Oke guys, kita meski ke game yang pertama dari AP Bren melawan Aura Fire. Match penentuan guys. Di sini dari segi jungler Kasih pakai Joy dan si Van pakai Fredrin ya. Sama-sama dari Purple Buff dulu cuy. Kita lihat saja cuy ya.
He can start going backline, he can start going into the base, and we have seen that multiple times. He can cut two waves.
Santuy aja. Lu awal-awal, waduh, Kimura bisa sih harusnya Kimura. Nah itu guys ya, itulah memang double kill. Nah, 2 kill guys, mantap. GG guys. Belum ada 1 menit udah dapetin 2 kill ya.
That is unfortunate for AP Bren.
That was
awal sangat bagus sekali cuy dan Van oke, berhasil curi ya.
Like, he really trusted his teammates to come follow up to him, and he has measured the amount of damage that he can take all at once.
Baik, dia kalau itu udah level 4 guys ya. Set. Oke, set. Iya. Terlalu dalam ya kalau sih. Tapi masih aman guys.
Great start, and this does give a bit of problem to FlapTZ, right? He's 1 level behind. Kimura's gonna have the items to deal with, and now he can really start pushing back on the
guys ya, santai.
Okay, so now with Kimura having a bit of an advantage, we can see him using his first blood advantage to push back FlapTZ. Now FlapTZ is being pushed back. Not only that, Kimura has backed up from Van, who has joined him at the top. So they really want to lock down the Uranus, not letting him play the top lane like his playground.
Yeah, and you can see they're just gonna do it in tandem, right?
1x2 masih aman cuy ya.
Kimura working together.
Piu juga pakai Angela buat mid lane guys ya. Biasanya kan Angela jadi roamer, tapi sekarang udah biasa guys ya Angela mid lane ya. Turtle pertama cuy. So pasti harusnya free sih buat si Van ya. Tanpa retry boy. Waduh, ini bisa dicuri sih. Nah kan, oh oke, tercuri guys ya.
And the fact of the matter is, you know, Kasih is not even there contesting. He was at bottom lane trying to fight for a gold crab. So this purple buff, unfortunately, is just not going to, you know, be in his favor. And Aura Fire actually, you know, having a minor advantage over this game. 1.7k gold lead. It's gonna keep on increasing. 2,000 in just a little bit. Good news is that AP Bren, they're able to stave off the snowball, right?
Mainnya pasif aja guys ya, gak ada peperangan.
But you know what? The one thing that we learned from AP Bren's first game today is that it doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you end, or matters how you finish. So yes, nice lead here for Aura Fire, but they need
Super Marco sih kalau soal insting ngeri kali boy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have already witnessed some crazy series today, right? This is probably the best way to end it all.
Van, okay, is.
Be careful. Van's gonna chase after him and force him out of the jungle. What AP Bren has been playing is that they play towards Super Marco a lot, right? You want to make sure that this Beatrix has a good time. And so far, it hasn't been looking good because you're not supposed to be... No, Kabuki isn't supposed to have so much freedom. This matchup is Beatrix's favorite, and yet Kabuki is ahead.
Okay. FlapTZ now doing what Uranus does, cutting the back wave. And he's just doing okay. Now that he has gained like a good amount of levels, probably good amount of items from the cut of the wave. So he's joining on to the team fights now. But they need to regain back their jungle because it's been invaded by Aura Fire.
Oke, apakah tercuri lagi guys? Dar, set. Oke, retry. Ya dapat siapa guys? Van. Oh, Van nggak dapat sih. Yang dapat Kaltu sih guys. Flicker. Lah, Kimuranya tumbang guys. Iya, Van tumbang juga sih. Iya. Wah, kalau itu sekarat banget cuy. Lah, Kabuki. Agak telat ya Kabukinya guys.
Oh, the Tara was actually
Ikan
targeting
Kasih sekarat banget loh.
Kasih, but somehow he managed to get away from that last shot just by the last tick of
Free lah
health.
guys.
And
Nah,
with
kan.
that, they managed to even up the numbers. At this moment, AP Bren have a little bit of a leeway in terms of gold against our fire.
And you know, probably the best case scenario, right? You even up the scoreline, you even up
Menit
the
5 masih
network
5. Masih 5.
making up for a
Masih 2
slightly
dan 2
unlikely,
guys ya. Kita lihat
early
saja
game.
guys.
And of course, for everyone
Ini dari
watching,
bot lane-nya.
we do want to, you know,
Kabuki
get your
hati-hati.
feedback
Saya kelas sih.
us as well.
Harus tumbang sih guys itu guys. Wah,
High
sumpah gak tumbang. Waduh.
divine judgment that is not gonna finish off Super Marco, unfortunately. But yes,
Oh,
do
oke, guys,
share
guys.
feedback with us using the link down below.
Iya, soalnya juga ada Angela ya guys ya. Jadi ya kapanpun dimanapun bisa langsung satset guys.
What we can improve on so that you will continue to enjoy our broadcast for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. We would love
Pan,
to
oke,
hear.
Joy, just like what literally Joy is doing right now.
Masih gak dapet tuh
Seeing
Pannya.
losers with
Pannya
Van
dapet kan?
invaded their jungle, and now Sin as well as Kimura is here to back him up.
Here we go, pick up forward, Ogwen with
Oke,
knock
Van.
out,
Aduh,
and
Vannya
couldn't
tumbang
get out
malah.
to go down to Slap TZ.
Kimura penalty zone.
Getting onto 3 of them, locking them
Set,
in the
Kimura.
frame, but actually he's the one trapped with them, and
Langsung
Rashford
dirasuk
Kimura
Angela lagi
somehow
guys.
escaped with a sliver of health.
Iya.
Better airfare was used again, high knocked up into the air. Kautini
Baik, wah, cepet banget lagi.
with the help of Phil. That's 2 more for
Hmm,
AP Brand.
Kimura
Marco
sekarat
gets
banget,
the time,
cuy.
but Kimura won't get him off. So once more, AP Brand finding 2 kills.
Hati-hati Kimura. Hey.
Easy going
Hampir
all the way to
aja,
the
guys.
back. Kimura
Bikin
needs to
deg-degan
find
aja,
a
guys,
way
ya.
to safety, but Kautini, he's
Wah,
not done
Kautini
yet. So,
udah
okay,
nge-cutting ya.
Van, it's in between Owen as well as Kautini, but they decided to disengage.
This is AP Brand
Supermarket.
slowly winning these skirmishes and just, I mean, Ogwen is creating so much opportunities for his team just on his
Alright, kalau
Minotaur.
udah diamankan oleh Hype.
Meanwhile, on the other end, Kabuki free farming. You can say the same for Super Marco as well. Both the marksmen finding space for themselves as AP Brand. They're gonna start working on this third turtle, and there's no contest from Aura Fire.
Yeah, so now AP Brand has the lead. This total secured. Let's
Nah,
calculate the numbers.
kualitasnya dapat ya guys ya.
1,200
1-2 guys
ahead
perolehan
of
turtle-nya
Aura
guys ya.
Fire. Just like that, and they're starting to scale right now. And with
Flatasi,
this scale,
tarik,
Flatasi
alah,
is
resiko Angela
getting
lagi.
through
Aduh.
onto him, but can he get the kill onto Flatasi?
Itulah
Flatasi
guys
is
ya, enak
dancing
pakai
around,
Angela guys.
and look at
Alah.
his HP. What does it take to take him down?
Powder hero apapun kalau gak Angela ya Nana ya guys ya. Aduh, Pan terjeduk lagi. Alah.
Helping him out, Van.
Dah, tuh, Bang, guys.
Ultimate, but I mean, absolutely shredded by the Nibiru. Super Marco just destroys him.
Bentar guys ya, cek dulu bro. Tes aman.
Brand. Okay. Looking over at the items, it does look like okay. Dom Ice definitely a must-have, considering they're going up against the Uranus. But they on the side of AP Brand, they also need a Dom Ice for themselves because there's a Terizla who can be
Super Marco
really,
udah
really tanky. But
mulai
they seem
ya.
to be saving that for later, not too bothered on the Terizla just yet.
Flatasi.
Oh yeah. Because Easy is having a few days running to the back line of Aura Fire, who are trying to defend this tier 1 mid as best as they can, and so far they will be able to hold the structure, but at the same time, if you're clumping up as 5 so early on, you are essentially giving space up on
Santai dulu guys, santai dulu. Oke.
Alright, speaking about space, now Flatpeasy moving down to the bottom lane, trying to find space and opening up the map for his teammates, but nobody's gonna have a care for Flatpeasy for now. It's just not gonna be worth it.
Kabuki
Because they don't
hati-hati
have
loh. Itu
the
1 lawan 2
damage
Kabukinya guys.
or the type of heroes to be able to take him down.
And you kind of also want High to be kidnapping people with the Divine Judgment, right? So you can kind of get these pickups. Easier said than done though. It feels like Aura Fire, they just do not have the means. Like sure, every time High drags someone back, Angela's gonna use that ultimate, and suddenly all that effort will be for nothing. Van does get the taunt though, massive damage from Kabuki on the field, but unfortunately not enough.
Yeah, now that the Lord is up, we can see both teams prepared to take it. Aura going towards the Lord. That will open up the Lord.
Kena guys ke arah sininya guys ya. Langsung recall guys sini guys.
Yeah, he's just gonna put his body in front. It's a harass Aura Fire as, you know, slowly, little by little. And the best part about AP Brand right now is that you can send Field to a side lane which is where he's at now.
Fan,
He's gonna push
hati-hati
out the
Fan.
side lane, and whenever he needs to join a fight, he's just gonna pop it ultimate and it show up, right? Just attach himself to the teammate that needs him the most. So while Aura Fire is jostling for control over the Lord Pit, you are going to have a
Santai
side wave
dulu,
that's
guys.
getting slowly shoved out
Perang
by
di Lord
the
ya. Itu
Angela.
Haik udah bersembunyi di sana. Kira-kira siapa guys yang akan ditarik guys? Kaltezi kah? Atau Super Marco?
See a tangle here between the two, but now the Lord is down to 50% of health.
Oh,
Still a
Guan.
long way to go though, because we don't see the big damage coming out just yet, and everyone is not really committing to the Lord 100% because
Oh ya, konsil. Kaltezi ditarik kah? Loh, Haik ngincer. Oh, ngincer Beatrix-nya guys. Yang alah. Sipis, tapi Kabuki. Wah, GG si Kabuki. Tapi, aduh, tumbang guys ya. GG guys, dan Lordnya diamankan oleh Aura Fire ya guys ya, mantap.
Was what Aura Fire needed.
Yeah, Orphi needed that. Orphi needed the turtle because they don't want the gap to be too big. But overall, Flap Easy still stands tall. And not only that, he managed to get a couple of kills in the process.
Right.
So he's not only a big chunk of wall, but he's also able to be a brick that can be thrown onto the opponent and take them down.
Yeah, Aura Fire, they do have a silver lining with just the Lord. So AP Bren will have to defend against that. So oddly, it's definitely a slightly slower game, right? Slightly odd. AP Bren,
Blood Armor udah ada relevan.
Seen them run this Angela Joy before. I think they definitely are, learning a little bit from what Penentuan Alpha has brought to the table. But so far, both teams are kind of at a stalemate.
Yeah, playing a very
Bloodwing
disciplined
sudah
game.
diamankan oleh
Yes, they do have a
Kaltezi.
Joy that has a lot of mobility, but Joy
Teh dulu
does
ke
not
sini guys.
necessarily give you that instant burst damage up front. So it's not like they can go for pickups that easy. And plus they need to be careful of the Kaja on the other side as well.
Anjir. Wah, taruh bawahnya tumbang guys ya. Ini taruh tengah at least tumbang lah harusnya guys.
And now this highest Divine Judgment becomes slightly more deadly. AP Bren will need to show a lot more respect to this Kaja down the road.
Oh, okay, they're just pulling them back right now, okay? Bringing them to somewhere.
Kaltezi udah menunggu di sana guys. Oke. Water Strike. Flaptezi. Iya, masih aman. Penalti zone dapat 2. Kabuki. Flaptezi terbang guys. Aduh, kemana tumbang lagi. Sin tumbang 1 kedua. 1 ketiga kah? Geprek. Nah, itulah memang. Iya, aduh, tapi 3 tuh kedua guys ya. Loh, Kabuki. Hampir saja guys ya. Untung saja Dexternya aman guys ya.
But after all that, the first pirate is still up, but it will go down really, really soon. There's nothing that I can do about this. Kabuki joins in. I cannot catch anyone because he does not have the Divine Judgment to his after, and plus he doesn't have the flicker as well. 95 seconds more to go. It's gonna take a while.
Wah, giliran Kaltezi yang curi-curi guys sekarang guys ya.
Doing so much nuisance and open instantly. Just engages all the while.
Ya.
Aura Fire was not able to get to Super Marco, and he just shreds the health bars of Aura Fire.
Yeah, and look at Van. He's tanking this like a champ. It took Super Marco,
Super Marco.
Highest damage dealing hero on the side of AP Bren to take it out finally.
Oh, clutch ya. Ada Lord yang kedua guys.
Aura Fire once more calling dips on the Lord. That has been keeping them in the game. It's being able to get Lord and get the side lane precious, but I do not feel like it will be as easy as the previous one.
This time it's definitely going to be harder.
Ini Aura bisa menang gak sih guys? Wah, agak sulit juga ya kelihatannya ya. Dar. Oke, wah ke arah hike-nya cuy. Flaptezi agak sulit sekali Uranus. Alah, woi. Kimura, astaga. Iya, Fan. Kumaha baru dak. Aduh, belum ada guys. Yang dapat. Aduh, Flaptezi yang dapat guys. Baiknya, waduh. 3 tuh kena nothing cuy. Dapat lock juga itu AB Bren ya.
Oh, and look at Flaptezi's position. He's like, yeah, just going in front, opening up the map, just being
Kaltezi.
there's nothing that you can do about it. He's pushing the rest of Aura Fire back, and with that they'll be able to take the turret.
And just start to see that
Tapi
massive
ini harusnya
damage
bisa
from
defense
top
sih.
wave.
Harusnya bisa defense sih.
Gonna be
Kimura udah balik
dealt with by
soalnya.
KTZ.
Pan juga udah
Inhibitor
balik
moving
dan
down.
ya oke lah.
Lord coming in bot as well. This is the
Baru juga hidup
power
kena tembak
Lord.
lagi guys ya.
AP Bren, they might be able to crack open a second inhibitor turret.
Yeah, that's very high potential because right now the top lane, Arafai is missing.
Or Fire, how
Oh,
do you defend
fun.
the Lord charge again? Inhibitor down to half health. They might need to use the better airstrike. Ogwen continuously healing up his team. As the rest of Aura Fire desperately trying to hold on the structure, but it's just not doable.
Ogwen.
2 inhibitors down in one fell swoop.
Ooh, like what you mentioned, like what you predicted, looks like the inhibitor is down. Now, the focus for Brad is going to be on top. The minions are there, and they still have
Waduh, ini
PZ in front.
turretnya tinggal satu turret aja guys. Jadi bisa jadi juga tumbang ya.
Aura just
Wah, aman
in
cuy.
front. They will be able to hold his structure. That last inhibitor, keep it alive. But look at AP Brand, almost 7.3k goal advantage.
Oke, Super Marco udah ngamanin heptasis di sana.
Next floor in less than 90 seconds.
Yeah, and items-wise, pretty much almost done. We have the immortality onto Ogwe, meaning that he can open up fights as well. But he does not need to expand the immortality. It can be a follow-up, especially if you have a chunky
Bleeding time udah diamankan oleh High.
But for him to open up fights as well, he needs Aura of Fire to be able to get there. Aura of Fire,
Bad armor udah diamankan oleh Flaptzy.
Fury will be waiting for
Masih
them to
main
be
santuy
open
aja
up
guys
for
ya.
them.
Dan High, aduh, High. Hey, waduh,
He's just
solo
gonna run
kill
down.
cuy, bukan solo kill sih.
Situation
Double
now
itu guys,
is to
Kimura
find
penalty zone. Waduh.
Kimura with the penalty zone instantly.
Ogwen ngamuk,
Counting against
trampolin.
Ogwen.
Alah,
Big
Vannya
with
tumbang
the
guys.
knockout. They
Wah.
all just stand there.
Wah, gila sih itu.
As
Wah.
KTZ dances on the
KTZ.
dead bodies. Kabuki couldn't do enough.
Pada Aura Fire dikandangin cuy.
Yeah, again, Flaptzy.
Gak boleh keluar ya dari base-nya ya.
Just showing himself and now showing dominance over Aura of Fire. I mean, Aura of
Ngeri
Fire,
kali boy.
there's nothing they can do about Flaptzy. He will be in the front, okay?
Okay.
No minions, that's fine. He can still
Better
tank
strike.
out, no issue.
Nah,
And now
udah
they're
duitnya
trying to come
Kabuki. Oke, masih aman cuy.
Doing his absolute best to keep this intact. High will be back. Does have to flicker and divine judgment.
High. Oke, narik satu. Alah, tapi kok aduh trampolinnya guys ya.
And they can. No kills for Aura Fire.
Oke, ini Lord yang masih level 2 guys ya, walaupun
that
Lord
is
yang
also
ketiga
because
ya.
the Lord is already up, so for AP Brand, it's like, yeah, it's okay. You can defend that spot, but you won't have enough time to come and take the Lord away. You can see the movement here coming in from Brand, but there's
Oh,
not much he can
Q-nya yang
do,
dapat,
especially
guys.
with Flaptzy at the front being the bodyguard.
Yeah, a very hopeless situation for Aura Fire right now. I mean, how do they come back from this?
Wah, ini Aura Fire sih agak bahaya juga guys kalau
guess
maju ke maju ya.
They need to deal with
Maju-maju
Super Marco,
bahaya
which
guys
is
ini
way,
Aura
way behind.
guys.
But the problem is, how are they going to get to Super Marco? Okay, who has the mobility to go onto the backline? If you kind of think about it, none of them from Aura Fire. They don't have like a Lancelot or that kind of like assassin who can go in behind. Probably the best bet is for High to be able to catch Super Marco, but
Oh,
even
gila.
so, the
Immortality
distance
udah
will be too
diamankan
far
oleh
for them.
Kimura.
Many things. I mean, I guess if they hit to the late game, you have your fair share of damage, right? You have Fasa and Claude, but I honestly do not think that they are going to get to that point at this rate. One last push, the third Lord charging down the middle lane. Aura Fire needs to do with it as best as they can. You can see Kabuki just churning all of his damage to the objective.
Ogwen belum trampolin guys ya. Masih menyimpan ultinya saja guys dia guys.
Flaptzy absolutely fearless. The Lord will drop.
Ini Lordnya aman sih
Aura
nah.
Fire, they gotta do something there.
Ini
They're
bakar
letting
siapa?
AP
Van kah?
run circles around them.
Super Marco.
And they
Dar
gotta
gak
be
kena
careful
guys.
about gathering up as well because the Minoan Fury is active. Well, they can somewhat counter with a penalty zone, but that is also with the condition that Kimura is not caught in the fight.
Ih, Van. Nah,
Oban sustaining massive damage again.
Ogwen.
Leading
Ih,
back,
masih aman
Kabuki
cuy.
once more
Masih aman,
forcing
cuy.
AP Brand to retreat.
Iya.
I guess we're gonna be waiting for the fourth Lord to possibly end this. 80 seconds until that happens.
Yeah, and we have more than 50k goal for these two teams. So in general, these teams would have completed their items. So items or goal lead will not be a big issue for now. It's all about who can make that right execution or who will make that first mistake. Will be punished because we're heading into the 20-minute mark game. Potentially, which team gets wiped out can be finished off in just one push.
Absolutely. Death timers are starting to get unbearably
ini
long.
ditahan aja guys. Ditahan aja guys ya.
Orify are taking control of the bottom
Kabuki
side.
jangan sampai terlalu maju, bahaya.
They will have some sort of presence, but they just still know what to do with Lapteezy, right? The best candidate is going to be Kabuki. As he hits that late game, he's starting to do massive damage, but even then, getting to AP Bren is a tough task on its own.
Yeah, getting to the back line. Super Marco, how are they going to reach him? At this point, 513 KDA.
Menit 20 cuy, gila. Dibawa ke late game banget ya ini pasti ya.
Of course, Flapteezy will be the main one, follow up at Ogwen because he can still
Oke, 9 detik lagi menuju Lord keempat cuy.
And but if you look at AP Bren,
ini harusnya kalau aura dapet ya bisa itu sih guys ya, memperpanjang durasi lah ya. Van, lu harapan kita semua Van. Gas Van.
Van does see this happening, but he needs his team with him, right? Kabuki will have to be the difference maker. Kabuki and Sin somehow get to the back line. If they can catch Super Marco, it's gonna be not a win, but they will save the game and put it back where it belongs, neutral state.
Oh man. Okay, Van just poking. I hope he's not doing favors for Bren. Just winding out the life of the Lord and then Bren just finishes it off. It will be heartbreaking.
Menit 21 cuy ya, Van. Ayo Van, lu bisa Van. Bloodwing sudah diamankan oleh Pew. Mau sewaket aja nanti guys Pew-nya guys.
Kabuki's gonna be in the brush as well. Trying to chunk it down a bit more.
Dar, waduh Kabuki. Badra strike.
Play into divine judgment. Not enough to catch Kaltizi.
Bisa gak guys? Kaltizi datang. Van harapan. Aduh Kaltizi yang dapat guys ya. Tapi tuh bang sih. Kayak murah itu bang cok. Alah. Augun. Murtah. Oke Van. Waduh. Untung aja tumbang ya. Sampai tumbang sih guys. 4 lawan 4 guys. 4 lawan 5 malah sekarang ya.
Well, they lost the tank, that's fine. They still have Flapteezy as the main tank, so it's not going to be an issue for them. Unfortunately, the purple buff will not be secured by Bren. And now for AP
kalau beli Bloodwings terus ada efeknya kayak gitu itu ya guys ya, hampir kayak Chang'e ya. Oke lah. Aman sih guys, harusnya aman sih, harusnya loh. Nah, Kaltizi, ayo galak banget Kaltizi guys, darah putihnya banyak banget. Van, sekat banget Van. Kabuki. Dah, hide tuh bang guys. Belum bisa ya guys ya, belum bisa bro. Tidak semudah itu Fargusu.
Somehow Allfire managed to defend this, and now they need to clear out the minions. But there was a great move by Kaltizi going on to the back line.
Wois. Kabuki. Masih aman cuy. Aman cuy, santuy.
Feather airstrike just to keep AP Bren back, only temporarily.
Woi, ON udah diamankan oleh Super Marco.
If there's no blazing duet, then it's harder to clear the wave. That thing just came back off, threw down.
Konsil guys. Wah, dirasukin Angela lagi. Wah, oke. Wah, iya Ogen tuh bang guys. Kimura ke arah Super Marco. Dah. Waduh, Super Marco langsung beli Immortal guys, pas banget dia fast hang banget anjay. Dar, gak kena guys.
Few down low, Kabuki still firing away, and Aura Fire again, keeping AP Bren away from their base.
Oh, Kabuki cannot continue on firing because he needs to defend his base. Oh man, this is hard for Kabuki. He wants to get the kills, but he can't because the base isn't being invaded by the minions. And now again, another reset time for
Ogun, waduh, ngeri kali guys ya. Ogun itu memang hero powernya ya banteng merah itu guys. Sin aja yang udah recall dibantai loh sama Kaltizi guys. Udah di base-nya aja udah dibantai-bantai guys ya.
Probably could have went for more chase if this Farsa was still in the game, but she will respawn just in time for the Lord to.
Sekali tumbang lumayan lama guys, jadi harus hati-hati ya ini ya.
Surely if AP Bren gets it, there's no way Aura Fire would defend. will be able to defend against it.
They have to make a choice now. If they want to go in for the Lord, they need to be careful of the wave. So this is where it's a very difficult choice for Aura of Fire. What are they going to do now? But they cannot lose the Lord.
Kimura Winter. Hai. Oke, Kimuranya tuh bang guys. Kalau Desi langsung beli Winter. Oke, Winter dipakai. Oke, mengamuk. Aduh. Dah double kill. Kalau Desi sekarat banget. Lah, fan-nya tumbang guys. Waduh, sekalinya tumbang 1 menit lebih ya. Wah, ini finally guys. Kalau Desi langsung beli Guardian Helmet, gak usah balik ya. Super Marco beli BOD. Oke, Pew beli Windtalker. Buat nge-end aja sih guys ini guys. Lah, sama dia sih guys ya. Oke lah. Wah, yang langsung tumbang cuy. GG guys. Ya, double kill. GG guys ya. Next try bro. Masih ada game kedua bahkan game ketiga bro. Santai bro. GG sih. Ya memang juara dunia guys ya, mau gimana pun guys. Oke lah, kita next ke game yang kedua guys ya. Semangat Aura of Fire ya.